I'm Thomas LeRoy, founder of the sect of the War and God. Now, Carl Jung, the pioneering psychologist, had stated that he thought it was a bad idea that Westerners get into, let's say, Eastern metaphysical or philosophical thought or traditions. He thought they would have a very difficult time understanding them because the Eastern traditions are very, how should I say, their interpretation of the spiritual is very poetic, very metaphoric or metaphorical. It's basically what they attempt to do is use words to explain that which cannot be explained with words, if that makes any sense, to convey meaning through metaphor. Hope that made some sense. Anyway, now, recently I'd done an interview where, in the interview, it was basically about the sect and so on. In the interview, I had stated that I thought Shiva was the highest or the most appropriate personification of the left-hand path. And that may have surprised some people due to some messages I received. Most would think Satan, of course. And I've had few ask me, well, Shiva, that means you're a Hindu. It's like, of course not, Gods are open to be interpreted by anyone. You don't have to be of any specific denomination or follow any traditional or religion or whatever to find some connection with these metaphors, these metaphorical deities. Now, why is it that I think Shiva is the best personification of the left-hand path? Now, to begin with, not everyone that, let's say, prays to or finds meaning in the symbol that is Shiva is necessarily left-hand path. Some are right-hand path. Many are right-hand path. Now, in Hinduism, in the Vedic traditions, you have two major denominations, if you will. Those that follow Vishnu and his many incarnations, and one of them being Krishna, and those who follow Shiva. Now there's others too, other denominations, but let's say these are the two, let's say, most popular. Now, picture, if you will, a great circle, all right? And that great circle represents what's called Brahman. Now, Brahman is the great collective consciousness. He is, well, not necessarily he, it is God, but not God in the Western tradition, not that trickster God Yahweh that we find, amongst the Abrahamic believers. No, it's not what I'm talking about. It's God more. It's more of this God that is consciousness, that is this great cosmic consciousness, if you will. Now, in this circle, you have the three major gods in the Hindu tradition. You have Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Now, Brahma is the creator. Brahma created it all. And because of the fact he created it, he's pretty much ignored. I mean, he just did the creation and he took off. And there's very few temples dedicated to Brahma. Vishnu, he is the preserver, the sustainer. He keeps things going. And Shiva is the destroyer. Now, Also within the circle, now picture something called Atman. Atman is your own personal consciousness. It is your psyche, your soul. Now, Hindu gods, in the Vedic tradition, I mean, there is a god for everything. Everything from monkeys to emotions, you name it, it is personified. It has a face. An example here in our tradition, let's say we say Mother Earth. We give the earth personification when we use that term. But they do that with everything. That's why they have 1,000,000 gods. Now, the god that Atman, the god that gives Atman its face, the god of the personal consciousness, if you will, is Shiva. So picture this circle, all right? You have Shiva, and let's say Atman is a dot in the middle of the circle. Shiva is connected to that dot. Okay, he is the god. He's the personification of you. There is a tradition amongst Shaivists. They chant Shivo Ram, Shivo Ram. And what that means is I am Shiva. Now, if you're sitting in a Christian denomination, a Christian church, and you get up and say, I'm Jesus, you're going to get hauled away. See? But in the Shaivistic tradition, you can say that. You can say, I am Shiva. Now, Vishnu, on the other hand, now, he's not connecting to Atman. He's connecting to Brahman, the greater consciousness. See? So, what do we have here? Okay, we have Vishnu connecting to a greater consciousness, hence right-hand path. We have Shiva connecting to Atman, your personal psyche, hence left-hand path, personifying and deifying you, self-deification. May seem a bit confusing. Some people, this may turn off some people, some traditional satanic types. But just remember, all gods are metaphorical. They are all aspects of us and the world around us. They are symbols with faces. I hope that explained basically where I'm coming from when I say Shiva personifies the left-hand path better than any other.